Hello, Counter here. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showcasing level 100 Benimaru Savior with the best artifact as well. So let's see how good he is. He does have an ability called Crimson Moon that deals 220x display damage in a 70 range radius around the enemy in front of Benimaru. If the enemy is incinerated, deals an extra 60% max HP as damage, 30% if it's a boss. So basically, even if when the unit gets incinerated, it will deal an extra 60% of the max HP of that unit, and if it's a boss, it will only do 30%. So he does cost 21,000 to place, and also this is how his attacking looks. Pretty simple, not gonna lie. And then he does do 300,000 damage with 6-second SPA, 34 range. So also he does the passive, if an enemy has the incinerated status effect, it'll apply Scorched. And the secondary passive, which unlocks in upgrade 4 to 5, is exclusive, which if an enemy is burning slash incinerated, it'll create a small explosion around that enemy, dealing 15% of display damage. Applies sunburn if the enemy is burning. So basically, there is a thing more than incinerated, so it goes burning, incinerated, and scorched. I don't know how much damage scores will do, but also with the sunburn, it does a 15% of display damage. So the next ever costs 45k. He does 681,000 damage with 5.5 second SPA, 51 range. Next one costs 66k, which is 1.5 million damage with 5 seconds, 63 range. Now the next upgrade seems to be really big. It does cost 83k, but it goes from 1 mil to 9 million damage, 3.3 seconds, 34 range. Now he is line AoE, this is the attack. So the line AoE isn't really the best, but keep in mind that right now, if an enemy is burning, it does 15% more display damage, which is 11.2 million damage. The next upgrade cost 291,000. So the next one is 291,000. Now he's doing 28 million damage every 3 seconds with line AoE, and he does have an ability. So as of right now, of the 28 million damage, with the 15% buff, 32.2 million damage. So now when we use Dragos, he will also be doing 102 million damage every 3 seconds with 80 range. Now with the 15% buff, that is 117 million damage. But now he does have an ability. So let's see it. So to use the ability, we need 21 billion damage to be dealt. This is the ability. So you just saw he literally wiped out the full-on MOTD, and he's doing 111 million damage, which is 24 billion damage with a 70 range radius. Also, you can see that he's burning them as well. So this unit is actually insane. So 24 billion damage when the ability is used, 220 seconds for the ability to be used again. So this unit is going to be insanely good for MOTD and also for infinites. So yeah, this is Benimaru. Let me know what do you guys think about this unit. He is actually pretty goated.